Well, listen up, all our cab driver audience, and at this time of night, there's plenty of you out there, I know, listening to us. Things may be about to change. I only say may because New South Wales is behind again when it comes to reforming the cab industry. Victoria put Alan Fells through the industry, and they've made some big changes. They've busted up a couple of monopolies, and you all know who they are. Cab Charge, Silver Top, booking agencies. You know what it's like. You know how much you have to pay to keep your cabs operating through those agencies. Well, in Victoria, the monopoly's been broken up, the duopoly, I should say. There's a new taxi network that's about to launch there, and it could be headed our way. It's called CABiT or CABiT, and it's got some clever ideas. Harry Katsiabanis is the founder. He's on the line from Victoria. How are you, Harry?
Yeah, I'm well, Steve.
What I loved about this when I read it in the Financial Review this morning was this idea that you'd be able to use an app on your phone, contact a taxi direct, find out how far away it is from you, book it, and get it to come to you.
Absolutely. And you have also the option of communicating with the driver direct.
That takes out radio rooms and all of the third-party stuff.
Well, it does, but you still need the radio room, Steve, for backup. You need it for some, specific instructions or to be there as a backstop. So although it won't take it out completely, it will diminish it.
From our point of view in New South Wales, this might be a way off, but I should talk about the fact that when Alan Fells went through the industry there, one of the things he did break up was that 10% charge for using credit cards. That's now down to 5%, am I right?
Yes, it is, Steve.
And we're still paying 10%. I mean, how can that be?
Look, it was a legislative change here in Victoria, but let me tell you what your listeners don't know. The people that have suffered as a result of the surcharge coming down have been the taxi operators. Because what's happened is the radio network fees have gone up to compensate for the...
What?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, absolutely, Steve. So the consumer has benefited, and the one that's copped it, unfortunately, has been the taxi operator.
Look, we've had people try and break up these cosy duopolies before. I mean, we remember very well here in Sydney, there's still some of them running around, Lime taxis, famously set up by Macquarie Bank. That was pretty much a financial disaster. How are you going to fund CABiT? How is it going to be different?
Yeah, look, CABiT's owned by a group of 4 taxi operators. They collectively between us own just under 500 taxis. So we've got the cars, we've got the critical mass, we've got the infrastructure, we've got the technology, and we own the entire value chain. So if you go back to the old co-op days where service was paramount, we have a similar model that's co-owned by a group of 4 taxi operators.
What will it do to fares?
Look, the fares here in Victoria are regulated like they are in New South Wales. We're 30% behind you guys. We're looking for a fare reduction, a fare adjustment here shortly.
30%? We pay 30% more?
30% more. We're $1.67 and you guys are, I think, $2.12 or $2.15 a kilometre.
Great.
So it's significant.
So the fares are going to probably increase, not decrease, are they?
Yes, look, in Victoria they will increase, I'm hoping, as operators because our margin is gone. What we will do is there'll be a prescribed maximum fare, but I'm hoping the technology can determine the quieter periods and we can offer incentivised travel during those quieter periods.
What about drivers working for you? I mean, we have lots of cab drivers ring me, and I'm happy if they want to call me now. They're operating pretty much on a begging line. They make so little money, it's not even funny. What's going to happen to cab drivers and their income?
This is the magic here, Steve. Here in Victoria, our occupancy rate is 28%. So our taxis are idle, the remainder 72%.
Yep.
What we're saying is we're going to provide an exceptional customer service. If we are successful at providing the service, we will retain the existing driver, but we will also attract new customers to our industry. So by attracting new customers and getting that occupancy rate back up to 40 or 45%, we anticipate we can increase drivers' wages by about 75%.
What's the one thing they could do here in New South Wales to improve the taxi business?
I don't think there is one thing. I think.
Well, what do we need to do?
Well, look, the focus has to be on customer service. If we deliver service, the public uses the service, and if they use it, then obviously the revenue of the driver increases. In New South Wales, you don't have the duopoly we have here in Melbourne. You have I think, about 6 networks that operate. So you do have more competition for operators. But I would say the focus needs to be customer service.
Drivers who know where they're going, cabs that are clean.
Yeah, well, geography, cleanliness. If you're not prepared to put your mother in the taxi, then you shouldn't be operating that car. That's our philosophy here in Melbourne.
It's a tough business.
Well, I've been in the business for a long time, and if I had my time again, I think I'd choose to do something else. But unfortunately, we are where we are, and we need to make the best of Alan Fells. He decimated our industry here. His reform, although in theory was good, in practice it has destroyed a lot of people. And I say with devastation comes innovation. So that's where CABiT's been born from.
I hope you're a good sleeper. You've invested, $20 million in this punt?
Yeah, the total group investment of all of us collectively is just over 20 million. It includes all our taxi operations, taxi vehicles, infrastructure, call centres, technology and everything. We've bet the farm on this, Steve, so like I said in the paper, there's nowhere else to go.
So when any of our audience are in Victoria and they want to use a cab, do they sign up to the app through the Apple Store?
Yeah, App Store CABiT. You can download CABiT app, or you can call our number if you're in Melbourne, 13 2222. And we hope to be over the border at some time next year with our app and seeing if we can improve the service level there as well.
Happy to give you a plug, Harry. Good on you, mate. Thank you.